Yo, what's going on, you guys? KG Presents back out with another video, and today I'm here with some fantasy basketball players that I think you should add to your fantasy basketball roster. The season has now started here. We had a full slate of games last night. We have some more today, and I'm here today with some fantasy basketball players that I think you should add very quickly onto your fantasy basketball roster. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into the video and let's get started. The first player I think you should add is Dereck Lively from the Dallas Mavericks. Last night, he looked absolutely incredible in his NBA debut. He had 16 points, 10 rebounds, a steal, an assist, and a block. He did come off the bench, but he did still play 31 minutes, and he's clearly the best big man on the Dallas Mavericks in my eyes. He looked great in his pairing with Luka Doncic. He's been getting plenty of minutes heading forward the rest of the season. So if you're able to add him, please be sure to add him as quickly as possible, because the odds are before his next game, he's probably going to be on someone's roster if he's not already. Next up, we have Jaylen Johnson from the Atlanta Hawks. Last night, he accumulated 21 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals in 29 minutes of action. The Hawks did lose the game, however, but Jalen Johnson proved that he is clearly has plenty of upside for this upcoming season. He was efficient around the basket and route to a career high-scoring night. He has a sizable role off the bench, which is going to lead to him breaking out the season, and potentially he should be starting over Saddiq Bey. I think Jalen Johnson is better than Saddiq Bey. However, I wouldn't expect nights like this every single time for Jalen Johnson. However, all the skills are there for him to make that third-year leap this season, and hopefully the Hawks are going to be able to continue to give him minutes to be able to do so. He looked great last night, all-around player. Be sure to add him onto your roster if possible. Next up, we have Xavier Tillman from the Memphis Grizzlies. I mentioned him in my other video, but I still want to make sure that you guys, if you missed that one, are able to pick up Xavier Tillman. He's going to be starting the entire year for the Memphis Grizzlies due to the absence of Steven Adams. Last night in the first game, he had 17 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, a block, and 3 steals in 34 minutes against the New Orleans Pelicans. No, obviously I wouldn't expect numbers like that every single night. However, he is a clear double-double threat here in every single game for this upcoming season here, and he should be putting up plenty of stats all around to help your team. So be sure to add Xavier Tillman to your roster if possible. He'd be a great addition to your team. He's very healthy, and the thing is though, especially with Ja being out here, he's going to be getting plenty of more looks at the beginning of the season here, so I take the flyer on him and see what happens. Next up, we have Cam Thomas from the Brooklyn Nets. Cam Thomas came off the bench last night. However, he had an incredible game last night. He scored 36 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and only 25 minutes of action. Cam Thomas can clearly score if given the opportunity to do so, and hopefully this season with the Brooklyn Nets, he's going to be able to show his ability to score night in and night out. The Brooklyn Nets obviously don't have too much main talent on the team. Mikal Bridges is clearly their best player, but on any given night, anyone can really score. And Cam Thomas is going to be getting plenty of minutes this season, whether that be starting, whether that be off the bench. But he's going to be able to score, and hopefully he's able to put up a career high in scoring this upcoming season. And I know, obviously, the other stats usually aren't there for Cam Thomas. He's clearly primarily just a scorer. But if you're willing to take that upside on him, take a chance on him, and go add Cam Thomas to your roster. Last but not least, we have Jeremy Sochan from the San Antonio Spurs. In a shocking move somewhat, Soan is actually going to be this year's starting point guard for the San Antonio Spurs. And not that he's a bad player by any means, because he was pretty solid in the last season. Over Trey Jones, the starting point guard, is definitely a little bit questionable. But either way, he's going to be getting plenty of minutes this upcoming season. Last night against Mavericks, he did not shoot the best. However, he still had 13 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal in 29 minutes of action, clearly being able to fill up the stat sheet. He gets started at point guard, and while he did struggle at the field, he can contribute on both ends of the court. So be sure to add Sohan, if possible, to your roster here. And honestly, he's got power forward and point guard on his resume for his position eligibility. That definitely is a factor in itself. So if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like and subscribe for future content. Hopefully the players I have listed today are going to help you towards winning your fantasy basketball championship this season. If you all enjoyed the video, I'll see you next time, and I hope you guys have a great day, and hope you enjoy tonight's games.